where do I see that option?
No, you have to go to participants and there I find my name and make me co-host.
But,
No, in the
I got
participants.
it.
Yeah. Yes.
Got it?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Friends, let me introduce Diva Nadim Pali. In 2002, a transformative seed was planted with Diva Nadim Pali's mother, who introduced her to meditation. What began as her simple practice blossomed into a profound healing as teenager. Divya's transcended depression, migraines, and personal fears through a quite of powerful tool of breath meditation and also mindfulness. Today, the same meditation magic flows through everything she does and touched thousands of lives with inspiring a global movement of spirituality and well-being. Divya is a passionate leader in meditation, healthcare, and community empowerment. Her credentials reflect her holistic commitment. Professionally, she is a trained, licensed physical therapist, MBA in healthcare management, Kentucky University, certified meditation teacher, and associate degree in yoga, neuropathy, and acupuncture. And the list goes on. Divya founded Meditation Magic, a Dallas based nonprofit dedicated to enhance well being and fostering community peace. Through this platform, she has empowered over 2,000 people by her teachings. Breath meditation and mindful practices, plant based living principles, energy healing aligned with Brahmarshi Patriji's teaching. Her key achievements are Divya hosted a mega meditation summit in Dallas that benefited over 15,000 spiritual aspirants. She also runs a YouTube channel, Meditation Magic, featuring inspiring content to guide individuals in their spiritual paths. Divya is also not just limited to the meditation, but she is also a co founder of this unique platform that merges mindfulness with public speaking and leadership development, equipped individuals with tools for personal growth and meaningful communication. Divya fuels her spiritual connections through nature. She has trekked to Everest Camp Base in Nepal and hiked significant trails worldwide, embodying the integration of mindfulness in every aspects of life, from the academic challenges to career pursuits and not the least motherhood. Welcome, Divya. Stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Shilata. I think you cover all the aspects of life, so people know me well now. Thank you, thank you. And could you make your screen to maximize your screen?
Let me just 1 second.
Yes. You have a
I,
request from the
yeah,
back.
you can stop screen sharing, Srilata.
Stop sharing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Good. Now
Okay.
you can spotlight her. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Shilata, once again. Hello,
Mhm.
friends. Many of you know me already, and whoever don't know me, this is Diva Nadim Pali. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So have been seeing last day one and day two. So hope you got to know how to do meditation and how impactful our thoughts and our reality are connected from yesterday's session by Koti sir. So today we're going to deepen to know about our energy system. Where is our energy going? How do we regain our energies? So, any of you in the call who feel tired, who feel drained out throughout the day, or maybe few hours a day, we all go through this kind of moments, right? I would like you to raise your hands if you feel like you're drained emotionally, physically, mentally. None of you? Could you raise your hands? Yes. Thank you, Madam Vijayalakshmi, Madam. Yes. Kindly turn on your videos if you can. It'll be nice to see you and connect with you guys. Yeah, I see a few hands now. Thank you. So today we're going to dig a little bit deeper. Where is our energy going? And why is this happening? And how do we regain our energies? Sometimes in life, we don't know where we're putting our energies to. We don't know where our thoughts are going, or we don't know where our emotions are leading to. So knowing this concept really help us to be in awareness. Okay, this is where my thoughts are. This is where my emotions are going. The whole energy system is going to. So let me share my screen. Shraddha, let me know if you can see it.
Mhm.
You need to make me a co-host again. If
Again.
you did, right? Okay.
Mm.
It says I can't share the screen. Yeah, I think you see two Divyas there, Shraddha. I'm Divya Nadim Pali. Can you make me co-host?
Let
Sorry about that.
no, once.
In the meanwhile, what do you think this energy leaks are? When you hear the term energy leaks, where's your mind taking you? Please write your comments in the chat box. What is energy leaks mean to you? Or what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Yes, gossips. Right. Anything else? There's so many aspects.
Did you get it, Divya?
Not Chilata. Can you check the name Divya
Yeah.
Nadim Pali and then make me co-host there? Old thoughts. Yes, Vijayalakshmi madam. Watching screens. Yes, definitely. We all do that. All through the day. Who among you watches Instagram every single day? Yeah. Srilata, can you make me co-host? Did you figure it out?
Um,
So
I
did you
see.
see my name on the chat in near the participants list on the top?
No, I see a Zoom user.
Nadim Pali, you can search.
Yeah, or
Nadim.
else find a
Wait.
participant, search in my name.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
Nadim
I got
Pali.
it. Yeah,
Mm.
I got it.
Yeah, make me a co-host from there. Yeah, thinking repeatedly. Yes, what else? Hey, come on, we have so many energy leaks. We lose our energy so many different way. How do you feel? By what do you eat? All right, let me share my screen now. Let me see if you can see this. Can you see my screen, Silata?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So this concept or this principle is called BEAT, Body Energy Amplifying Technology. It's just not a something random concept. It's a technology. It's a science based. Science is backing this up. So our body energy amplification technology, BEAT. So knowing this concept, how is this helpful is it can help us to enhance our body energy. And how do we maintain our energies throughout the day and at the peak level all the time? And how do we act from this energy in the most appropriate manner, being in every possible situation we are in? So this beat is very, very important, my dear friends. So our energy leaks. Where is our energy going? And why do we need energy for? We need energy for every single thing. We need energy for thinking, breathing, moving, all our actions, even speaking, everything requires energy. So anything we do in a scientific and conscious way enhances our energy. And anything we do in unscientific, unconscious way depletes our energy. So let's explore several aspects of our life where we're losing our energies. The first and foremost is eating. We are what? We are what we eat. The first and foremost energy leaks is coming from eating habits. So all our eating habits should be very scientific, need-based, and conscious. And they should not be unscientific, greed-based, and unconscious way of eating. How many of you eat while watching TV? Or how many of you do eat while working on something, with your office work? Or how many of you eat while reading books? Would you raise your hands? I would like to see some of the hands. Yes, Sandy, agree. Yeah. So the first and foremost thing is no animal foods whatsoever in any amount. So we all are meant, all humans are built physiologically and anatomically to eat uh, plant-based foods. Even egg is a non-vegetarian food. Any byproducts from the animals are also non-vegetarian. So when do we eat food? The food has to be eaten within 45 minutes after it has been cooked. Fresh and homemade foods have more prana, the energy we're talking about. And do not store food for very long time in the refrigerator. Few hours it's okay, but overnight for 2-3 days it's not okay. And do not eat leftover foods because they're leftover from yesterday. Our stomachs are not just dustbins or trash cans to just put all the leftover foods. So plan your day, plan your things wisely, so there'll not be more leftovers. And always make tasty foods. Patriji always emphasizes on the taste, not about the calories, not about the fat content, not about the protein content. He gives much more importance to the taste of the food. So always make healthy and tasty foods. So really make your pleasure to your to the tongue. Tasty, healthy, and also hot meals, warm meals. So when you eat, they want us to masticate really well. So avoid eating restaurant food. They have so many preservatives, first of all, and whatever, if I cook the food, my thoughts and my energy goes in the food I cook. If my husband cooks the food, his energies go to the cook, into the dishes. If my mother cooks the food, her energies, her thought patterns goes into the food. So it's very, very important to cook mindfully as well. And the person who cooks is also very important in this aspect of life. So they all recommend whoever is a higher energy state in the family should cook. In the olden days, right? If you think about the Brahmins family, they used to, take bath, and then they used to put the wet clothes while cooking. So there are so many traditions that back up this philosophy. So eating is the first most where we get the energy from, especially for the physical body. So if you eat consciously, if you eat vegetarian food, half of the energy leaks are gone, will be gone for us. The second energy leak is drinking water. So these days, kids are not drinking water at all. They're relying on cokes and juices mostly. So drinking clean drinking water is really, really helpful. And some people add so many, flavors to the water to make it more attractive, to make it taste better. Even those are should be prevented as well. So our body needs clean drinking water, pure water. So drink them consciously, slowly, and to be have the very efficient water absorbent system in the body. To be drank during the empty stomach, especially in the early morning or in between the meals. All right, my dear friends. The biggest energy leak is by speaking. So speak only when it's absolutely necessary. Don't speak because you have to speak, because you have so many people around you to entertain people, right? And silence. If you have nothing to speak, just be in silence. Practice silence as much as you can and speak to the point. Don't beat around the bush. So speak very briefly and consciously and always the point. Keep it very simple and easily understandable language. Don't try to use very high funda words or tongue twisters. Don't go for style, go for clarity. And gossips are the worst energy leaks we all have. There's a small concept from by Patriji. Patriji is our guru. We are referring to his teachings. There's a small concept called out of the sight, out of the mind. The person is not in your sight, the visible sight, okay, in this room or in front in the laptop or in the meeting, out of the mind. The person is not in the room, don't even think about the person. The person is not within your visibility, you don't even have to think about the person. So the next part is not even talk about the person too. So your mind should be that attentive, that mindful, that if you don't see them, don't talk about them. It's a very highest, deepest spiritual concept. Very, very helpful while we speak. So I would like you to encourage to dig deep and see how much you can do this. And the next energy leak is by seeing. We all scroll doom scrolling, and then we see Instagrams, we see reels on YouTube. Not everything is necessary for the feed for the brain, right? The brain is what we feed onto, the mind, we get the mind, and whatever we feed onto the mind becomes a reality. Eventually it's going to getting stored in some part of the brain, and eventually it's going to disturb our sleep, disturb our body systems and everything. So 80% of the energy goes by seeing out. If you don't have anything to see, just close your eyes and just observe your breath. And when you speak into the person, don't look at the phone and speak, yes, tell me. No, I'll be there shortly. But look at the person, make a connection. These days, we're not making any connection with family members or with anybody we see in the life. So take few seconds. I know we all are busy. I know you guys are busy, but take at least few seconds to make the connection, initial connection with the person, or else there'll be no difference by for a human and a AI. No human and ChatGPT. ChatGPT doesn't make eye contact. It can't make a connection with the human being. Only we are capable of making the pure, conscious connection with the fellow human beings. So seeing is the next energy leak. Next is sleeping. The time you sleep, the way you sleep is very, very important. The last few minutes of the day are very crucial for us. Whatever you think in the last few minutes before you sleep, it keeps on rewinding the mind, subconscious mind, throughout the night. And slowly, whatever is rewinding the subconscious mind becomes a reality. And whatever you feed in the first 3 minutes after you wake up is also becoming the reality. So keep your last 3 minutes of the day and the initial 3 minutes of the day very, very positive and very, very, satisfying, rewarding moments. You can think of everything, but the last few minutes is what you need to do. Keep it very positive. And this concept also recommends to take small naps during the day. Not a long, very not like one long sleep, but we can take small naps. And there's one more very important principle that all yogis practice is sleeping while sitting in sitting posture. They sleep in sitting. I know some of the monks, they never lay down in the night. Their spine is always erect. There's a scientific reason behind it. When the spine is erect, we receive huge amount of cosmic energy from the universe. Versus when the spine is flat, you don't get the energy flow, like versus when the spine is erect. So if you can, if you want to have more intense meditation experiences, try to utilize the night times, especially uh, conscious sleeping or yoga nidra in sitting posture. This is all about sleeping. Next comes our thinking. Who among here doesn't think too much? Who among here is not stressful? Can you kindly raise your hands, virtual hands, please? Nobody? I see Geeta. So we all indulge ourselves into overthinking. We think unnecessary things. Our mind is a movie maker. You just give small hints, you just can take a movie out of it. You can just give two characters or two words. It's so creative that it can take you to 3 hours of movie maker. The mind is that powerful. So whatever you think is very, very powerful, my dear friends. It's very important. Especially what you think about yourself is very important. So when you don't have nothing to think, just don't think at all. Just relax. Play some music or learn some music. Play games, sports, indulge yourself something active that you can do throughout the day. So thinking is the biggest energy leak we all have. We just overthink. We just enjoy overthinking. We just get lost in the inside world. We don't even know that we are thinking. We either go in the past about 15, 20 years ago, or we go into the future about 15, 20 years ago. And we're losing the energy that's in the present. And overthinking is the first blocker that is blocking you from manifesting the life you deserve. So just be mindful what you're thinking. And the method to know what you're thinking is writing it down. Just question yourself, what am I thinking? So let's see what you get. Journaling is the best way to see where your thoughts are going. Just write whatever comes to your mind. Every single thought. You'll get to know which side you are in. Are you thinking positively? Are you thinking negatively? Whatever we think toward the day, whatever dominates, if the positive thoughts dominates, we get positive results or positive things happening in the life. If the negative dominates in our mind, we get negative results throughout the day. So whichever is, it's like a balance. Whichever is higher, we get that into reality. It can be positive, it can be negative. The next energy leak is emotions. So always try to be in the higher emotional state. I know we all have problems in life and try to come back. No, like a coin, right? It has both sides. So if you catch yourself thinking negatively, just flip the coin, change it. I can't do this, Divya. I can do it. This is impossible. This is possible. Just reframe it towards a positiveness as much as you can. Even though things outside of you doesn't seem well, that's not working in your favor, but inside of you is under your control. You can still have negative situations around you, but the emotions can be positive inside of us. It comes with practice, my dear friends. You have to have that kind of awareness, that kind of mindfulness to catch yourself and being strong inside the mind to change it. The flipping the coin, right? Just keep flipping. Whatever the mind tells, don't go with it. Just keep flipping. No, no, you're wrong. I'm right. This is possible for me. It always says, "Oh, Divya, you can't do this." We all have certain kind of fears, but how do we navigate with the fears we have? It's not never going to go away from our life, but how can we manage it? How can we navigate the challenges we have in our life with the positivity, the positive energies? Universe always responds to the energy levels, to the vibrations we produce. We produce vibrations through our emotions. If you produce positive vibrations, you attract positiveness in the family or into your life. If you produce negative emotions, you attract the same negative emotions into the life and into your family as well. So it just multiplies. Universe doesn't know the language, it just feels it. Oh, Divya is negative today. Okay, let me give more negative. She likes negative. So let me give more negative. Oh, she's positive today. Let me give more positive. It doesn't know, it doesn't have any rationality. It just blindly follows our vibration. So having the high vibration is very, very important, my dear friends. That's what they say, right? Having the like-minded people around us. Surround yourself with like-minded people who really understand, who really cares and loves you as you are, with all the faults, flaws that we all have. So having highlighted emotions throughout the day is very, very important. And physical touch. So the minute someone enters a room, you get into their aura. We all have aura, right? Our aura is a set of, it's like a imaginary layer that we everybody has, and it's a sum total of all the thoughts, emotions, all our past, incarnations, everything. It has subconscious mind, conscious mind. Everything together is aura. Whenever we come in touch with other person, when we touch them or hug them, you kind of go into their aura system, and they kind of come to your aura system. So having this physical touch should be very intentional, and don't randomly touch people, and don't have the consent before touching, not the family members but others in general. Or what is most healthy is just a handshake is more healthy than in any kind of touch. And especially with the babies and pets, just they need so much of our love and touch the communication of love. We don't have to talk to anybody, we just have to, we can even show to the touch. It's a small touch. So I would like to share one experience in my day-to-day life. I'm a physical therapist by profession. So I had a patient who is about 85 years old. And he's a Hispanic person, like a Spanish speaking person. And he had some hearing loss. He can't hear me really well. He can barely hear me, let's say that way. Maybe 10% is what he has. And he can't speak. He had a stroke and he can't speak. But I had to treat him in the nursing home. I was wondering, oh, he can't hear me, he can't understand English, he can't speak back. How do I do therapy with him? How do I make him walk? So my intention for him is to walk with me, okay, as a part of physical therapy. He's going to have some little knee pain and back pain. My the treatment part is to walk with him. So I just walked into his room. I just made eye contact. I just holded his hands, and slowly, and he stood up. We didn't even talk. Just eye contact and hand gestures. I told him stand up with just my hand gestures, and I just cue him, touching on his back. Come on, get up. Just give a small pull, and he was able to understand, and he was able to do all the therapy with me. He walked with me about 100 feet. So I was so amazed how much we can communicate just through eye contact and touch. The whole 30, 45 minutes we both had, I never spoke any word. He never spoke any word. And we walked back to his room, and I put him in the bed. He is happy. I was happy. So our touch is so powerful, my dear friends. Our looks, our connection, the way we communicate to the eyes, the way we communicate through our smile, our gestures, hand gestures, our touch are so, so powerful. So use it very intentionally and appropriately, and elevate others to your touch. Sometimes people can't express themselves, but you can sense them. Something is wrong with this person. That's why we give hugs to small children when they're there, when they're crying. We hug them, we cuddle them. The family members, we hug them. Especially friends, she's going through a lot. I can't solve all her problems, but I can share my love through a hug. I can share my love through a connection, just seeing into her eyes, or his or her eyes. So physical touch is one of the most important form of showing our love and affection towards anybody, and it's also one of the biggest energy leak. Don't unnecessarily be with people around you. Don't unnecessarily be in a place that you don't belong. People are in a place where you're not being uplifted. You're being judged, you're being gossiped, you're being criticized. I know we can't avoid all the situations or all the places we go, but try to be mindful and be intentional and choose your circle very wisely. Don't let anybody come to your life. Just choose very wisely what is it that you want and what is it that person intentions are. And then last thing is our work. So many of us, right, we dread going back to work on Mondays. We say, again Monday, tomorrow is Monday. It starts the day before too. On Sunday evening, everybody thinks, oh, tomorrow is Monday. What do I do? I don't want to go to work. So whatever we do, if we do it as an art form with so creativity, you don't feel drained out. You increase your creativeness, you put your own uniqueness into the work you do. So, making it so conscious efforts and focus on the minute details. Just don't do the work because you have to do it. Just focus. Go just above and beyond your skill set. Focus on the minute details. Enjoy the process and understand why are you doing this. What is the benefit from out of this work? If you don't say anything about it, just don't do it. Don't just because you're ideal, it doesn't mean you have to work something. There's a beautiful concept called Shraddha and Saburi by Sai Baba. I think you all have been to Sai Baba temples, right? He has one thing on the two words behind him, Shraddha and Saburi. Shraddha is doing with utmost interest. So anything that we do, spiritual practices, we should do with utmost sincerity. శ్రద్ధగా చేయాలి అంటారు in Telugulo, right? Do with utmost importance, utmost intentional doing of sadhana, practice of sadhana. Saburi is patience. When it comes to the day-to-day life, right? Dealing with people, have exercise patience. So Shraddha and Saburi. Shraddha for spiritual practice that you do for your own evolution, and Saburi for the Sangha and also for your family. Shraddha and Saburi. So this is all about energy leaks. Now, okay, we understood all the energy leaks. Now how do I prevent this? I know all these things, but how? How do I do it? There are three main, um, actually four main objectives for this. One thing is meditation. Meditation is the topmost thing just because it gives you awareness. At least you should know that you are thinking negatively. Meditation gives you that awareness in the body. Oh, Divya, you're going negatively. Don't go there. It gives me the awareness from inside. Okay, so meditation is a very, very important aspect to to deal with any kind of energy leaks. And we, for here, as part of meditation magic, we all practice breath meditation, which is the easiest and most efficient and profound technique, breath meditation. And you already know how to practice meditation, and you have to practice at least 1 minute equal to your age. If you're 30 years of age, 30 minutes a day, 40 years of age, 40 minutes a day. That's a minimum that you need to practice. So if you want more benefits, you have to increase your practice. But it has to be done consistently, persistently, and deliberately. Give all your 100% effort. No, Shraddha. We intensely do it. Meditation also gives you the self-realization to understand where you are, who are you, what is happening in your life, why are you here, why are you talking to this person, why are you in this party, And when you're not in meditation, try to make conscious breaths. You can do all your day-to-day activities, but focus on the breathing as well. You can do that simultaneously. I can talk and also focus on my breath. How is my breath going in and out? That is called mindfulness. Be as mindful as you can. When your mind is wandering, just focus on the breathing. It brings back to the present. And it really makes you efficient in your work. Second thing is reading right spiritual books. Spiritual books are the topmost thing after meditation. It really makes your mind emotionally stable. It makes you to expand your consciousness. You go to the different levels of understanding through spiritual books, especially the thinking, right? People who are suffering with overthinking and over emotions, overly acting or reacting. These spiritual books really help. So, to my personal life, these books are my savior. If anything going on in your life, I read a book, I get the solution. I get the clarity. Regain my energy. It regains my resiliency in a day-to-day life. So, reading spiritual books is very important. And we have a challenge going on right now for reading spiritual books. If anyone wants, we can share more information later. The third thing is spiritual service. When we do spiritual service without any expectation, it helps us to reduce our ego. It purifies our heart. It makes you so peaceful and blissful and joyful from inside. And it's a way of expressing your love towards other fellow human beings. And once you transform, you want to see others transform. You want to see the happiness that you're experiencing on in the others as well. And it also helps you to teach that you are the God. You're the speck of the God that you're talking about. Always wanted to, realize about Godhood. It also helps you to dissolve some of your karma patterns, the intensity that you do spiritual service with. The four objectives for not to leak your energies, to conserve all the energy that you have. So, meditation, reading right spiritual books, and spiritual service. The fourth one is self analysis. So, we are so lost in life without we taking some time to analyze and contemplate where we are and what we want. We don't understand the subconscious patterns. We just go in a loop like a hamster, just keep running, running, running. We don't know where we are going. And there is no end game for this. So, self analysis, just check yourself. What am I talking? What am I doing? Where are my emotions? What are the triggers? Okay, someone said something. Why am I reacted that way? What are the triggers that are happening inside of me? So self analysis is very very key. So these are the four things. So conserve the energy. First, knowing where you are, which are the energy locks, and then block it. Unless you block the leaks, you can't conserve the bucket will never be full. Eventually, it doesn't matter how much meditation you do, doesn't matter how much you indulge in spiritual service, unless you identify your energy leaks and then close them up, your energy will be lost. So the last thing I want to tell about this concept is just knowing this concept, it brings some light into our inner darkness. What we are. So that's all from my side about BEAT, Body Energy Amplifying Technology. Thank you, masters. Any questions? I'll be happy to answer. I'll share my perspective. Thank you for all the heart and the love. Thank you. If you have any questions, please raise your hand, virtual hand. I think we are like past the time today. We'll wait for 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
Over to you, Silata.
Yeah, I mean, like, in the meantime, if anybody decides to raise their hand, I'll just thank you, Divya, for introducing us to this new concept called as beat and summarizing about this energy leaks. That's a beautiful concept. So, what to eat, how to speak, what to see, sleeping. Don't think if you don't have to, being in the higher emotions, physical touch, and routine work. Yeah, these are the summary, and also giving us tips on how to prevent these energy leaks. That was so beautiful and wonderful. Awesome. Thank you, Divya.
Thank you, Silata.
Or anybody decided if they want to like focus on one thing among the list which I just read. I did. I did on the routine work. Yeah. I just wanted to see if I can improve on the Monday blues, right? On Sunday afternoon, like evening. So I just wanted to see how to make my work seem very interesting than the routine boring work. Thank you.
Srilata. See, we're already setting the tone for Monday that is going to be bad on the Sunday itself.
Mm-hmm.
So you're creating that the day before. So that's going to be bad anyways because you said so me intentionally. At least have a good intention to start on Sunday night. Say, my Monday is going to be a beautiful day. very productive, very blissful, very rewarding day. I'm going to sleep really well. So it's a satisfying Mondays, something like that.
Mhm.
Just to even that can be changed
Amazing.
too. Our attitude towards what we're doing can be changed as well.
Yes, yeah.
That makes a big play in our life. The way we approach things, the way we approach our problems.
Instead of calling Monday blues, we should say happy blues or
Yeah,
happy Monday blues. So,
Monday, mi- mindful Mondays
yes, perfect.
or rewarding Mondays or
Right.
joyful Mondays, whatever comes to your
Mm-hmm.
mind.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Any questions? You can type in the chat as well. If you can't speak, it's fine. Write in the chat.